How have you got so many sneakers?
How did you get those Yeezys?
How the hell did you get
I really
those
don't
off
know how you
Wise?
do
How
it.
did you get those
I
Air
don't
Maxes?
know. Drives me mad.
What are you doing?
I'm always taking
You
it
always
off.
seem to get the shoes I
I
want.
never win with them.
I never win a raffle. I never win anything.
How many shoes have you got?
How have you got so many shoes? This week we're going to be talking about the best ways that I have found to give you the opportunity to be able to pick up shoes when they release, know a little bit more about the release dates and when they're coming, to give you the best possible opportunity to get the shoes you really want.
For the record, you ain't tryna grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't tryna link, no time to waste. For the record.
Welcome back to Ty Kicks for another week. I'm Ty and welcome to the channel. If you've not been here before, I do sneaker related reviews, event coverage and vlogs. So if that sounds good, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it so you know when new content drops. So I get this question quite often. How do you always seem to manage to get hold of these limited pairs or shoes that just drop and sell out at least within a day or two, and how have you got such an extensive and decent collection of sneakers? Well, the honest truth is planning. You need to be very aware of when shoes release dates are and when they're specifically going to be releasing time-wise. Now, I'm not psychic, so I obviously have to do my homework. So I go online and have a look at different resources to give me the best opportunity to pick up these shoes. There are loads of resources at your disposal, and some of the biggest ones are right in front of your eyes. There's a company called The Sole Supplier. They've got a fantastic website online. It's a great resource for giving you information about when sneaker releases are coming, what time of day they may be releasing. They're always updating that information online, and also they show you some stock information about when things go into sale. It's a great resource, and they also have an app. So you can download that and it will give you the opportunity to have notifications pushed straight to your phone, and you'll be able to know when that shoe you've been desperate for is going to come out. Now, the biggest tip that I can give you, and it's one of the best ones that help me to get shoes when they launch or restock, is Twitter. Twitter is not my best friend for many things, but when it comes to sneaker releases, it's probably the best resource I have. I put the notifications on for numerous accounts that give me that info and give me a heads up when restocks happen. They have their own @TheSoleSupplier account on Twitter, and they also have a couple of others. They have the Sole Restock, which is a great resource and gives you those notifications of when shoes have restocked on different stores' websites, giving you that chance to pick up a W if you got an L when they initially launched. It's well worth having the notifications ticked to that particular account. There's also the Sole Sales. Great if you're looking for a cheap pair of running shoes or just something to beat. You'll be able to pick up shoes at a steal. And if you don't have the notifications put onto that account, you could miss out on something you've always wanted to get your hands on, but knew they probably were going to drop in price. Now, for you ladies out there, there is the Sole Women's, giving you the opportunity to know when your shoes that you've been desperately wanting to get on feet are going to be dropping as well. Some of these are obviously exclusive women's sizes, so they may drop at different times. They may also drop at the same, but who knows? It's definitely having that account on your notifications. Another one, which can sometimes be hit and miss, but is definitely worth having, is @Sneaker News. It's a huge worldwide resource giving you some info on when shoes are going to be dropping. Now, with this, it may give you info for different countries, particularly the US, but sometimes some of these pairs are US exclusives. So definitely have @Sneaker News ticked for your notifications. There are so many other accounts on Twitter that you could have. The last thing I'm saying here is that you want to be overly bombarded by multiple notifications all the time. So remember, you can just turn them off whenever you want, but remember to turn them back on if you think a shoe is coming you really want and you don't want to miss it. probably the biggest resource out of everything that gives me the best opportunity to pick up a shoe that I don't want to miss out on is Facebook. Facebook have got plenty of groups online dedicated to sneakers and sneaker lovers alike. And if you've not gone on to Facebook to check out those groups, you could be missing that opportunity not only to be able to get more shoes in your collection that you really didn't want to miss out on, but also to connect with communities and speak to like-minded people who can become your friends, can become people you hang out with, and also people who you collaborate with. So it's not a bad thing to be part of these groups on Facebook. If you've not gone onto them, there are plenty on there. There are obviously going to be enthusiast pages for different things, say for like Nike Air Max, or Yeezy Talk Worldwide as a particular page for Yeezy related sales and content and people's opinions on Yeezy and the different models that release. Then there are general sneaker group accounts. Things like the Soul Supply have their own groups, like their news one, or also their sales page as well. If you're looking for a legitimate place to be able to place your shoes online for sale without having to pay the big fees on top. You've also got the Crep City account. They also have their own versions of a community group as well as a sales page too. So remember, you have these at your disposal. Now, in different countries, there'll also be different groups. I know that SneakerCon will likely have their own, maybe also are different community made accounts by the community. So don't forget to go and check those out. All these tips are very much there to give you a chance to be able to get the shoes you want. They're not foolproof. You cannot guarantee a win on every shoe that you like. But what you can do is give yourself the best preparation for when a launch is going to happen. If you don't do that, then you can't complain and say you're annoyed that you didn't get a shoe you really wanted because you didn't do that due diligence in advance. I definitely recommend those resources. You can also go on to Instagram. There are plenty of accounts that you can follow that will give you information as well. Following individuals will also give you sometimes that opportunity to be able to see their own posts, see their stories, and give you maybe a heads up on a restock you didn't even know about happening, literally at those moments in time. And finally, you can always reach out to me on social media. I'm available obviously in the comments down below, so please do leave your comments, leave suggestions for other people if you've got other ways of being able to find and source sneaker releases and restocks. But I'm available on Instagram and Twitter. You can check that at the end of the video for my handles. Other than that, I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Ty Kicks, and I will see you again very soon for another one. So if that sounds good to you, don't forget to hit that subscribe. Damn it! God damn it!